again, Geminis. My name's Marie. This is Indigo Tarot, and I am here to do a general reading for you, our air signs Geminis. Thank you for coming into the channel. It's good to have you here. I also want to welcome in your cross-watchers. Cross-watchers, you are here to find out what's going on with your Gemini. Some of this message could be for you. Energies do go both ways, so feel free to swap around the characters or interpret the direction of the energies as it relates to your personal situation. And the messages coming through, Gemini, should reflect some current aspect of your situation. Doesn't have to reflect the whole thing, or it could just confirm an inner knowing. So as always, take what fits, but if it doesn't fit, don't try to make it fit. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. It's really nice for you to stop by. If you like the content being shared, please like and subscribe to help the channel grow so other Geminis can get the messages that might be needed for them. And to all current subscribers, thank you so much for your support. It's very much appreciated. So let's get started. This is for Gemini Sun, Gemini Moon, Gemini Rising. Messages for those watching, please. Gemini Sun, Gemini Moon, Gemini Rising. All right, Gemini, overall theme for the reading, you have the Five of Swords. Some sort of challenge is set before you right now. Could be competition, could be disagreement, could just be a butting of heads. But let's see where this goes for you. So what is the shared energy in this situation? We have the Seven of Pentacles. Waiting. Some of you could be procrastinating. But there seems to be an energy of waiting here about something. So let's see what your current energy is. Where are you at right now? What's your current energy? We have the Four of Wands. Again, we have waiting. But this kind of waiting is more for building stability for the future. Some kind of union or collaboration here, something that changes the future of your trajectory for good. Like you can't go back, whatever this is, whatever this Four of Wands energy is. Some of you could be ready for commitment. So let's see what the other person or this person that you're thinking about, what is their energy? Remember, this could be situational or relational, so take it how it works for you. We have the Five of Cups. Ooh, somebody's feeling a little bit of regret here. Could be sad, could be looking in the past. Maybe not feeling too good about what's happened, the dynamics that have happened in the past between the two of you. Because one of you is at a basis here, you're at a basis here where you understand this is a commitment. Commitments go through challenges. This person may be regretting some of the things that happened. They could feel bad about some of the things that happened, but they're really thinking about the past. You're both just kind of sitting here waiting at this point. So let's see what the situation is. We have the Hermit. It's quiet. Everybody's in their own little corner in their own little chair here. Might not be any talking, might be the silent treatment going on a little bit here. So what's the challenge in this situation? We have the Eight of Cups. Not letting go emotionally is a challenge here. Not walking away from the situation. Staying the course. So what are the energies that you don't know? What's kind of hidden from you here? What's the energies that you don't know about? We have the Ten of Pentacles. This is standing the test of time. You know, everything's ebb and flow in life. You go through periods and cycles and ebb and flow, but this is something, you know, there's history here. This is something that needs to stand the test of time. So what's the opportunity heading your way? What's coming at you? Look at that, new beginning. I love that. Let's start over. And what are the possibilities at this point? Chariot, moving things forward, getting things from stagnation to moving things forward here. So let's dive in. What is the Four of Wands here for you? This is your current energy. This is something that you've committed to. This is, you know, this is a life-changing event. It's like you can't go back once you make this commitment. We have the Queen of Swords. We have the Knight of Swords, and we have the Seven of Swords. I think you're trying to speak your truth here. I think you're trying to communicate. I think you're trying to state your opinion. You know, there may have been some mistrust or dishonesty here. You're talking about it. It's not that you're leaving or that you want to leave. You know, you're talking about it because you made a commitment here. You understand this is for the long haul. Ten of Pentacles. Right? So the challenge is not to remove yourself emotionally here. But you may be talking about, you know, something here where you're trying to communicate. You know, maybe there was some sort of mistrust. Maybe there was some sort of manipulation. Maybe there was some sort of, you know, trying to understand the motivation of wherever this person's coming from. So let's see what the Five of Cups is for this other person. We have the Wheel of Fortune. We have the Queen of Cups. And we have the Six of Pentacles. Well, there's definitely love here. There may be, you know, this person may have a hard time with compassion and empathy here. Something from the past keeps reeling its ugly head here. And I think it's causing this person, you know, Six of Pentacles in exchange, being able to give and receive. This person might have a hard time receiving love. They might have a hard time receiving, you know, or giving love, so to speak, even though love is here. And then they kind of regret it, and they feel bad about it. Maybe they can't reach the level of empathy or the level of love that they want to. This person seems to be a little bit caught up in not being able to access their feelings very well and express them and be able to exchange them the way that they want to. And they're feeling this. If you think they're not feeling it, they are feeling it. So let's find out what the Hermit is here, the situation. Could be no talking. Could be the silent treatment. We have the Knight of Wands. We have the Page of Wands, and we have the King of Swords. Well, the hope definitely hasn't died here. There's still optimism and hope in here. There may be, you know, outbursts of like anger. Like there may be reactionary kind of, like this person is either quiet, or the both of you are quiet, you're not talking, or, you know, you're trying to overtalk each other, somebody's trying to be right. There may be an explosion, or there may be exchanges that are heated or very dynamic, and then they kind of die down a little bit. It's like trying to win a battle. Somebody's trying to be right here. So it's either you're not talking or you're talking in a sense where it's just reactive instead of proactive. But there's still optimism here about this, right? There's still hope in here. There's still a lot of passion and desire here to move this forward. The challenge is not to emotionally disconnect. But let's see what the Eight of Cups is. Clarify the Eight of Cups here for our Geminis. Well, these two want to pop out, so we're going to take them. Some of you could be dealing with a Taurus or a Libra, but we got the Empress coming through here. Some of you may be dealing with a Sagittarius or a Virgo or a Cancer. But we have the Page of Cups here. You know, and we have the Empress. Staying emotionally engaged, staying emotionally attached. And we have the King of Cups. So this is about not, you know, walking away or removing your emotions may be playing a big role in this, but the love is still here. You have the King of Cups. You both may not be acting like it, the Empress, right? It may be hidden, but you have the Page of Cups here too, you know. There's a little bit of love coming through. There's a little bit of somebody may be detaching or pulling their emotions away or not giving as much as they possibly could in this situation. But there is love buried here deep down in this, the King of Cups. And we have the Empress here. That's not to say when you're angry or if there's discord or if there's arguments, you know, it's not all or nothing, right? It's not, okay, we disagree, I'm leaving, I'm not talking to you until, you know, you see it my way. And then when there is a coming together, it's either an explosion or somebody's trying to prove they're right or somebody's trying to, you know, win over the situation. And I think the challenge here is being able to stay emotionally attached and being able to speak your truth and still stay committed, even though you might not see eye to eye. And I think part of the challenge for this other person is they have a very difficult time. There's a lot of regret here that I think is playing from past situations. Whatever those are, I don't know. But they seem to go through these cycles where they can't really express themselves the way that they want to. It's either too much or it's too little. The consistency here isn't there's a lack of consistency. So let's see what the Ten of Pentacles is. This is what's happening that you may not know about. Kind of going on underneath here. You know, this person could feel like family to you. You could feel like family to them. There could be children involved. But, you know, this is something to do with time, stability, future. Yeah, we have the Ten of Cups. We have the Page of Pentacles, and we have the Five of Cups. There's been regrets here. There's been regrets, you know, nobody's perfect. There's been regrets. There's been some things from the past that are weighing on this. It might not even be from your relationship. It might be from previous relationships that are kind of playing a little bit on this situation. Somebody, you know, needs to really work on staying emotionally engaged in this situation. And I think, you know, this, again, as I said, this is standing the test of time. You got the Ten of Cups here. There's fulfillment. I think there just needs to be a new way of dealing with the past, either relationships or grief or regret here. Because we got the Page of Pentacles coming in, right? That's doing something different. Learning something through the situation and doing something tangibly different. Because you got the Ace of Pentacles right here in what's coming towards you. This is like doing something in this physical realm, doing something different in this physical realm. Because there's definitely love here. And this is love that has endured over a period of time. There's contentment here, although it doesn't look like it. But there is contentment here, right? And you got the Seven of Pentacles as shared energy. This is something that you're building for the future. You know, you're both planting seeds for the future here. We have the Knight of Swords, communication. You're both planting seeds for the future here on what you want to grow. You know, this is a shared energy, a shared effort. Look at that. We have the Ace of Wands. New ways to communicate. You got the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. Finding new creative ways to communicate, figuring out new concepts, justice, balance, being able to see both points of view and accept it. But this definitely calls for both of you to figure out new concepts here and new ways to apply them and to do the right thing. You know, you've got cause and effect showing up here. It shouldn't just be all one-sided. This reading kind of reminds me, do you want to be right or do you want to be happy? That's not to say that you can't get your opinion across, and that's not to say that you're going to be a doormat. But there is love here, and you're in a challenge situation right now. So what is a Chariot? This is the possibilities, getting things moving. You know, one of you sees it one way, one of you sees it another way. But you're definitely trying to get to the bottom of something here, Gemini. And you are asking questions. But are you asking them, you know, we've got the Knight of Swords here. Are you asking them out of anger or are you asking them out of clarity? So what is a Chariot? Because if someone is playing on the emotional guilt here, it doesn't get very far. Emotional guilt doesn't get very far. Look at that, Ace of Swords, Truth, Wheel of Fortune, and the Four of Pentacles. In order to get this moving forward, you got the Wheel of Fortune here. You're going to have to circle back around and get the truth out of this because it's still sitting here. And that doesn't mean that you play on somebody's emotional guilt. You know, it means this could be a matter of time. There is love here, you know, but in order to get through this situation, there needs to be new ways of communicating, new ways of opening up, new ways of being able to interact together. A new style of communication has to come through. Because otherwise, this is just going to come back up again in the future when another trigger happens. If this doesn't get resolved the way it's supposed to, it's going to come back around again because the truth is going to eventually want to come through. Because it hasn't left the field yet. Even if things do move forward, there's something in here where something from the past keeps resurfacing itself in this situation. And the truth needs to be, there needs to be some kind of clearing of this so that it doesn't keep coming back around. And that's going to come from really communication, different ways of being able to communicate, and harmony and balance. Your truth may not be the same as this other person's truth. This other person's truth may not be the same as yours. But there's definitely something from the past here that this person is not being able to clear. So let's get a 3-card spread for you of guidance. What does Gemini need to know in this situation? Two of Swords, the World, and the Three of Cups. And the High Priestess. I like that. I think there's some difficult choices to make here in this situation, because you've also got, you know, what you don't know is happening underneath the scene is that, you know, this love, you know, being able to stand the test of time, you both need to learn something here about how to deal with this past stuff, whether it's in your relationship or in other relationships that you had, in order to move this forward. And there's some difficult decisions that have to be made here. But this is a combining. This is working together, you know, coming together here. I think there's some things that aren't known that maybe need to be known. And I also think that, you know, there needs to be some more playfulness in this relationship or this situation as well. There could be some outside influences. Again, that's that Five of Cups coming in, right? From past stuff. But in order to move this forward, we got the World here. In order to move this forward, in order to make this change where things aren't known, things aren't seen, things aren't clear, and to be able to come together, you're going to have to deal with the hidden stuff. And there's your Seven of Swords. And that's stuff from the past. So that's what I have for you this week, Gems. I hope this helped. And until our next reading, Grand Rising Geminis. Bye-bye.